Alright, so the scariest moment of my life. One day I was hanging out with my friends, and it must have been the weekend because we were doing weekend activities. For example, listening to music. Continue. Listening to music and smoking a little, drinking a little. But should I say a lot? Because this was the first time I had ever drank an excessive amount. I don't like drinking. I never have. I don't like the taste. I don't like not being in control of my own body. I don't like it. But I was like, fuck it. I'm with my friends. I guess you can say I was influenced by my peers. But I decided to drink, and I decided to smoke a lot of marijuana at the same time. So, next thing I knew, I felt this horrible feeling of like disassociating from reality. The room was spinning. I felt nauseous, and I hated it. And I couldn't get rid of this feeling, which is why I was stuck in my friend's bathroom crying for like 2 hours, hoping that it would go away. Luckily, my friends were supporting me. So, I basically all I remember is waking up the next day in my friend's house, safe and sound in bed, and I was told that I eventually knocked out. I remember going to sleep. So, don't do drugs, right? Anyways, that was a scary time because it was horrible, I wasn't in control of my actions. Well, I was in control because you can decide to drink or not to drink. More of the story, know your limits and don't exceed past them, because then your friends are going to have to be taking care of you and worrying about you. Don't do that. And you're going to be hungover as shit the next day. So, alright, so now I'm going to talk about, alright, ignore that, or not, if you want to include it, fuck it. The best day of my life, the best moment of my life would be when I was traveling with my mom to Europe for the first time. And my mom and I had been going through a lot in our relationship recently during that time. And we pretty much really bonded over this trip to Europe. And we've been saving money for a long time to be able to go, and it had been a dream of ours for a few years. And on the trip, we did fight. We're still opposites, total opposites, but getting to see all these beautiful countries really brought us together. And there's one specific moment when we were in Belgium. And in Belgium, it's a super small country, and they have this square called Dam Square. And here's where they do a lot of their government buildings. But it's so small. And of course, it's a touristy place now. But anyways, it was the first time seeing it. And so we were here, and we were seeing all these people around us from all over the world. We were learning so much as we were traveling. And I remember vividly watching the sunset against the glass buildings and windows, and it was just a beautiful moment. You know, it was a moment of appreciation for how privileged I felt that I got to travel, how privileged I felt that I got to be with my mom. So, the three most beautiful things to me would be watching people be selfless, watching people being kind without expecting any reward. You know, I feel we all want to be good people, but maybe sometimes our ego gets in the way. Um, I feel we all have preconceived judgments that we were taught when we were little and know that we'll make judgments. Anyways, I love watching people being naturally kind and making an effort to connect with others without it being through a screen and it being in person. I love watching people connect. The second thing would be sunsets. I know, I said it, I'm Mrs. Corny over here, but sunsets. Like, right now, I'm watching the most beautiful fucking cloud with different shades of pink and purple and orange, and it's nice and fluffy and a good sunset. You can't look at a sunset and not think everything's gonna be okay. Know that I'm gonna be alright. That's what a sunset feels like to me. And that's all I had to say. The third most beautiful thing to me would be being the feeling of being so fucking proud of yourself and being in love with the person that you are. That is most beautiful thing to me. And I want everyone to feel this way, and I want everyone to fucking love themselves and feel that they have a purpose in this world, because it's such a driving force. The power of your mind. You can change your reality to shift your experiences, and just by changing a thought, and a lot of people don't realize this, and I hope to get to inspire people to be a little more positive sometimes. And it's really beautiful to watch someone not give a fuck about what anyone thinks, to just love themselves and be confident in their decisions and know that it's okay to fuck up, because that's what makes you a better fucking person. You know? I know what that accent came from, but what comes to mind as the three most beautiful things?